Eureka.
Hey, what's up everyone, this is Dante's Analysis and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click on the notification button for any new videos I'm releasing in the future. So for today's video, I'm actually going to be doing a new series called Throwback Thursdays. Well, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know what Throwback Thursdays are, so then I go back in the past and review old albums. And for today's video, I'm actually going to be reviewing one of my favorite band's album called Linkin Park and their debut album called Hybrid Theory. The album was released on October 24th, 2000. And getting to the little backstory of the album, this album was considered by various critics as a staple of nu metal. If you guys don't know what nu metal is a subgenre of alternative metal that combines elements of heavy metal music with elements of other musical genres such as hip-hop, alternative rock, funk, industrial, and grunge. Linkin Park's 2000 full-length debut album Hybrid Theory seamlessly blends raw hip-hop with an alternative sound and obtained the #2 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 and peaked within top 10 in several countries. Named after the Hybrid Theory EP, the Agora Hills Band's underground sound is heavily used as an influence throughout the 14th track project. The album was recorded during the spring and summer of 2000 at NRG Studios. Additionally, the project was led by 4 singles: One Step Closer, Crawling, Paper Cut, and In the End, inspired by bands such as Depeche Mode, Deftones, Stone Temple Pilots, U2, and even the rap group The Riots. Its lyrical content touches on themes that lead singer Chester Bennington experienced through his childhood, with dealing with child neglect, drug and alcohol abuse, paranoia, and the divorce of his parents. Linkin Park's debut album has sold over 30 million copies worldwide as of 2014 and has not only found success through its fans, it was listed in Robert Deary's 1001 Albums You Must Hear Before You Die and was nominated for Best Rock Album at the 44th Grammys in 2002. So getting into the actual album, the album contains 14 tracks. Well, the original track listings for Hybrid Theory has like only 12 songs, but with the bonus edition has 2 extra songs. So track number 1 is Paper Cut, 2 is One Step Closer, 3 is With You, 4 is Points of Authority, 5 is Crawling, 6 is Runaway, 7 is By Myself, 8 is In the End, 9 is A Place for My Head, 10 Forgotten, 11 Cure for the Itch, 12 Pushing Me Away, and for the bonus edition with the 2 extra songs, called 13 is My December, and 14 is High Voltage. So, for the producers and writers, Don Gilmore and Mike Shinoda. Well, Don Gilmore was the main producer for tracks 1 to 12, and Mike Shinoda actually produced the song My December, and I also believe High Voltage too. And with the writers consist of Brad Delson, Chester Bennington, David Farrell, Dust Brothers, Linkin Park, Mark Wakefield, Mike Shinoda, Dr. Han, and Rob Bordon. And yeah, just getting to the actual project, like, I'll be honest with you, this is actually one of the projects that got me into music in general and made me a fan of Linkin Park, because when I was younger, I didn't really like music that much. I barely listened to it. But when I first discovered Linkin Park, I was like, wow, these guys are really good. The song that really made me check them out even more was In the End. After I listened to In the End, the rest was history. I ended up checking out the rest of their songs, and the songs are fire. And this album was loved by so many fans, Most people will consider this like a classic album, and also one of Linkin Park's best albums to date. Going to the track listing, track 1 and 2, Paper Cut and One Step Closer, the transition from those two tracks are really smooth. Also, with A Place in My Head and Forgotten, the tracks are like, it's so smooth how the transitions are from those two songs, because it's almost like when the song ends, it just picks right back up into the next track, and that was really cool. And yeah, man, like, I really have nothing bad to say about this album. This album definitely is like a big staple, and the production was fire from beginning to end. The lyrics, again, tackling on different subjects, of course, like what Chester Bennington was going through in his life pertaining to abuse and drugs, like coming from a dysfunctional household, so he was able to express that in his music. And like the rawness and pain in his voice along with Mike's rapping just fits so well. And it's like, wow, like it's really a shame that we lost Chester so soon, and he was dealing with a lot of mental issues. And yeah, it just shows you that life is very short, and it's almost like you can't really write off people on what they go through, because you don't know if that's the last time you might see them, or you might push them to the breaking point. So it's always best to just help out a friend in need when you get a chance. Also, in track number 11, Cure for the Itch, I love the straight up production on that song, especially with the DJ scratching and putting in like different songs and samples into it. And that song really does take you back to like the 90s, early 2000s, because back then DJs, they were just doing scratch battles, but now you don't really see much of that anymore. So track 11 is definitely a nostalgia feel for most people. Going into the two songs for the bonus track, My December and High Voltage. For My December, it was cool. The production was very soft tempo, and Chester singing. It was a pretty cool track. Mike Shinoda did his thing on the production, and Chester did his thing on the singing. For High Voltage, this was actually I think today was my first time listening to High Voltage, and the song was actually really fire with Mike's rapping. I feel like a lot of people really do. Yeah, like Mike Shinoda, he's very underrated as a rapper. I don't think most people take him seriously as a rapper. I was actually surprised that he showcased his ability on High Voltage, because it's actually really good, and I enjoyed it very much. And this album is really, really good. Like, I would say it's definitely one of my favorite albums. I have a list for all my favorite albums, but this album is definitely in that list of like all-time favorite albums, because of all like the production, the rawness, and just the amount of hard work and dedication that was put into this project was really cool, and I enjoyed it very much. So for the rating I'm gonna give this album, I'm definitely gonna give like a good 9.5 out of 10. Again, the name of the album is good, the lyrics hit deep, the production is fire from beginning to end, the instruments used and different songs were actually really cool, and I enjoyed it very much. And yeah, like, man, it's such a shame that I did not get a chance to see Linkin Park when they were still around, when Chester was still alive. But I remember they were gonna have a concert in New York, but that was the time that Chester hurt himself, and they had to unfortunately cancel the show, so I couldn't see them. But it is definitely a shame that I didn't get a chance to see Linkin Park when they had all the members, and that's kind of one. I don't really want to regret things in life, but that's actually one of the things I regret the most, not seeing them live, Because once you see those videos on YouTube of the live performances, it's like you have to go see them live just to catch a glimpse of their talents in person. So yeah, just yeah. But overall, this project is very solid. I'll definitely recommend this album to anyone who likes that alternative rock and hip hop type of sound. I'll definitely recommend it to them. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. So again, I'm gonna give Linkin Park's debut album, Hybrid Theory, a 9.5 out of 10. And thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.